This video will be kind of an update on my training for the Marmotte Alps, which is now less than a month away. Today was a big gravel ride. So today I did 100.1 miles in 5 hours and 50 minutes, average speed of 17.2. Elevation gain, 2,342 feet, only 14,000 feet less than I'll be doing at the Marmotte Alps. According to Strava, my calories are 4,285 on that ride. So it's time to chow down. So I did about 70 miles of that solo, and I had a buddy of mine join me out on course. It was really great to have some company for that ride. So let me talk about training again on flatter ground in my area in Florida. Even though I don't have mountains, there are two advantages to training in flatter ground. One is the fact that you're pedaling all the time. So like my ride time, like I said, was 5 hours and 50 minutes. I probably pedaled for 5 hours and 40 minutes of that whole ride. So there's no breaks. So like in the mountains, you know, you can descend up there on the Marmotte Alps. Gosh, you're probably going to be descending for 20, 30 minutes on some of those. So you get a pretty good break. Also, the heat cannot be overlooked. So I finished that ride, my Garmin was saying 94 degrees. What is that for Celsius, for those of you not in Fahrenheit mode? Okay, Google, convert 94 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius.
94 degrees Fahrenheit equals 34.444 degrees Celsius.
So 34.5 degrees Celsius, so that's hot. And also, we have the humidity. And when you throw in the humidity with that heat, the heat index is over 100 degrees. And so, I mean, I'm knackered. That was, at the end of that ride, I was toasted. And so that's another factor that we have when you're training in this kind of heat. Now, I had a subscriber give me some really good information. He's done the Marmotte Alps, I think he said 3 times. And so he said that in 2015 it was really hot, like it was a big factor. So I'm hoping it won't be that hot this year. But if it is, you know, I'm used to it. But just the fact of training in that kind of heat is something that really helps you get into shape. So yeah, I wish I had mountains to train in that I didn't have to drive so far to get to. But those two factors, I think, are really going to help. So today I chose to use the gravel bike because it was a pure gravel ride. I mean, there's a little bit of pavement in it, but I hit as many gravel segments as possible. So I've been using the Look Optimum 765, which is right here on my stationary trainer. I've been using that for my longer rides when there's a fair amount of pavement, so when I do rail trail. So these kind of gravel rides where I'll do like, you know, 40 or 50 miles of rail trail mixed in with gravel. And this bike is great for it. And by the way, I'm going to be doing a review on this bike. I'm going to try to do it today, so I should be able to post it real soon. Phenomenal bike. I mean, I'm not a roadie, but for an endurance road bike, this thing's really good. And by the way, I am totally enjoying this smart trainer. I've only done like 3 Zwift rides so far, but I'm really, really enjoying Zwift. So like last week, you know, I was going to do, we had a crazy week. Just there's a lot of stuff going on that I won't really mention on the video, but some of my training rides just got put out the window. But I had a training ride set for, you know, a lunchtime ride at work, and it just started pouring rain. It was pouring rain. And so I took a 2-hour lunch. I came home. My office was only like 12 minutes from the house. I did an hour on Zwift and went back to the office. So, you know, I can't be missing training rides at this point. So I'm digging Zwift. It's really cool. So today's ride, back to it. One thing I've been using a new Garmin. So I got a new Garmin Edge 1030. This thing is awesome. I'll be reviewing this, but I am, you know, I love sitting down at the computer and planning a route. I did some roads today that I've never done before, but planning a route, and I love the big screen on this. I can put so much data. But like I said, I'll review this. So I've been using the Edge 520 for years, and just got this thing a month or 2 ago. It's a little big for mountain biking, so I use the out front mount that's mounted pretty firmly onto the bar with an Allen wrench, but the rubber little, you know, bands that hold it on, it kind of rotates around too much on a mountain bike. You'd have to use a fixed mount. But I'll talk about that when I review this. But for road and gravel, This thing's sweet. So like I said, new roads today. It's just so cool, like just follow a line that you set down on the computer and planned on new roads. You don't have to like worry about looking at a map. And there's some really cool features, that upgraded features over the 520 that make that a lot better. Also, I used the Camelback hydration pack, the Osprey Synchro 10. That pack is so comfortable. All the food I had to bring, it's a pain trying to fit all that into a jersey pocket or pockets. And so the pack was surprisingly comfortable. My back got sore at the end of the ride. The first 40 miles, 50 miles of that ride, I felt great. And then the last 25, man, it was hot. I was hurting. My back was hurting. But, the hydration pack, I look like the most unorthodox person on a road. I had my white Pearl Izumi skin coolers on my arms and the legs today. I just wanted to keep the sun off of me because it was bright and sunny. And I had the hydration pack on. In fact, when my buddy came up on me, he didn't think it was me because he didn't think I'd wear that stuff out on a road ride, a gravel ride. But I did, and I'm glad I did because it was hot. So I've got one more really long ride. I'll probably do 100 to 110 miles. And I'll probably do that one on the Look 765, just so I can be the exact same riding position that I'm going to be, when I do the event, because I'll be using this bike. And then the weekend before I go to France, I'll probably do like an 80-mile ride, maybe do a little bit harder. So today I did a few tempo efforts. My plan, like I said before, in this event is to not redline it and keep it in the tempo zone. Tempo for me is heart rate about 152 to 160. So I'm going to try to not let my heart rate go over 160 for this event. I've decided I'm not going to like race it. If I can get top 1,000, there's like 7,000 people that do this event. If I can get top 1,000, I'll be happy with it. This much climbing I've never done before in one day. Over 16,000 feet. I've done, so the most climbing I've done in one day is a little over 12,000. That was the 6 Gap Century. So 4,000 more than that in about the same distance. Bro, that's a lot of climbing. All right, so that's it for this little update on the Marmotte Alpes training. Again, using this ride to raise money for my friend's son, my friend who was hit and killed on his road bike last month. His college fund. So I'll put the link below, the GoFundMe, if you want to throw $5, $10, whatever you want to do. That'd be cool. I'm using this ride for Brayden. Also, again, thanks to Look Cycles for making this trip a reality for me. Couldn't be more grateful. Appreciate it. All right. Catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.